Hey, we're Tom and Holly Schmidt with YWAM Ships in Corpus Christi. We were called to missions back in 1993 at a little church in Marietta, Georgia, and our heart has always been for the least, the lost, the lonely, and the left behind. Our life verse at that time was from Matthew chapter 25, verse 40, where Jesus says that, and the King will reply that whatever you do to the least of these, you've done unto me. And so that's what always has interested us in missions and this idea of the isolated people.
A few years ago, we were living in Bocas del Toro, Panama. We were with YWAM Ships Outpost Panama, and one of our vessels came through, and we realized at that time that there was this gap between sailors and biblically trained sailors. And it wasn't that particular boat, but we were having problems getting people staffed on that boat and getting the crew. And so as we prayed about it, even though we weren't sailors, we just felt like this is what the Holy Spirit had deposited in us, that we were to spend the rest of our life helping train biblically literate sailors. And we're not even sailors ourselves,
No.
Although I love dolphins.
And I like the water. In fact, we were given 2 boats recently here in YWAM Ships Corpus Christi, a 60-foot catch-rigged sailboat with a steel hull down in Panama, and a 44-foot power boat over on the west coast up in near San Francisco in the Bay Area. The one in Panama is currently being refit and refurbished to be used to train, equip, and release people from the Caribbean and the islands and the coastlands over there to go to wherever the Lord leads them. And then the boat in California will be moved down to Ensenada, Mexico, to be used in our first international sun school, where we will train everybody that comes to us, and it will be a great time down there with YWAM Rancho Abierto near the Ensenada base.
Now we also have a couple vessels here in Corpus Christi. They're owned by our staff, and we use these vessels for outreaches and mostly training our staff, because I think only a handful of us came with sailing experience. And so we use those boats here. But we also do outreach here. We believe, ask now, so then. And so we want everybody that's working in missions, whether it's international missions in another nation or a tribe or on a boat to the coastlands, we believe that even before they go, they need to be working in their local communities. So we do that with our staff here, and we invite people to join us along.
Yeah, and well, the other thing is this is not about YWAM Ships, YWAM Ships Corpus Christi. This is for the kingdom. And we had a friend out in Kona tell us that when the tide in the marina rises for one boat, it rises for all the boats. And so that's what we want to do. We just want to be one of those boats. We just want to be part of the process to train, equip, and release people that are biblically literate into the nations to reach those isolated and lost people. And we want to partner with you to do it so that we can proclaim his name
and make it great among the nations.